Think positive.
Welcome or welcome back to the Goal Ambrose podcast, GA for short. I'm your host, Prince. This is a space for inner work, self-improvement, self-discovery, mindset, accountability, integrity, reflection, and personal development. This podcast is built for growth, for honesty, and for becoming a better version of yourself one day at a time. New episodes drop every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Today's episode is called The Question of Pursuit. Take away everything. The titles, the status, the direction it may lead to, and ask yourself the question of pursuit. Why do you chase what you chase? There may be value in it. We all want something out of life. Or maybe you don't want anything at all. Maybe it's not even about wanting more. Maybe it's just about being. Or maybe you're somewhere in between. You want something, but you don't even know what that something is yet. So you're still moving, still making decisions, still going in directions, without ever really stopping to figure out which one of those is actually true for you. That's where it starts getting real, because you can spend a lot of time chasing something without ever really asking why that thing in the first place. You just pick something, or you end up somewhere and decide that's what you wanted. The longer you move like that, the more it starts to feel like it's actually yours, even if it never really was. That's why actually sitting down and writing everything out matters. Everything you think you want, everything you feel like you should be chasing, not just the obvious things either. Even the small things, the random thoughts, the things you don't usually say out loud. Put all of it down. When it's in your head, it's easy. You can say you want anything. You can agree with anything. You can move off impulse and never really check it. But when it's right there in front of you, you actually have to look at it. You have to sit with it longer than you normally would. And that's when it stops being automatic. You don't just look at it once either. You come back to it. You look at it again at a different time, in a different mindset. Because what feels real in one moment doesn't always feel the same later. That's when the question changes. It's not, how do I get this? It becomes, do I really want this? Not the idea of it, not what it looks like from the outside. The actual thing, the day-to-day reality of it, what it really takes, what it actually turns into. Then it goes deeper than that. If I get this, what does that actually do for me? How does that actually land once it's real? You can get something and still feel like, is this all there is? Like after all of that, this is it. This is how it feels. That moment matters, because that's not something you think about before you get it. That's something you only really understand after. It doesn't mean the thing is bad. It doesn't mean it wasn't worth it. It just means what you thought it was and what it actually is aren't always the same. A lot of what you feel before getting something is tied to the idea of it, the build-up, the anticipation, the version of it in your head. That version carries a lot of weight. It makes you move. It keeps you focused. It gives it meaning. But once it's real, that version doesn't exist the same way anymore. And that's where things shift. And again, this isn't saying don't want more. You can want what you want. You can go after it. That's not the issue. The difference is just awareness. Knowing what you're actually moving toward, seeing it clearly before you fully commit to it. Eventually, you're going to get some of those things. Not everything, but enough to understand it. And when you do, what's left isn't the idea anymore. It's you, the version of you before you had it, and the version of you after you got it. Those two versions aren't the same because the process of chasing something changes you. The time you put in, the way you think, what you had to do to get there. So, even if the thing itself doesn't hold the same weight, you're not the same person anymore, and that part stays. At the end of it, you get what you were chasing, and you realize it was never just about that, because everything you thought it would give you doesn't stay the same. What stays is what changed in you getting there, who you were before you wanted it, and who you are after you've had it. So the question was never just, do I want this? It was, what does this turn me into? For better or for worse? I hope you found something worth taking with you today. Maybe a new perspective, maybe a moment to pause and reflect. Thank you for being here and sharing this space with me. Your presence matters. If this resonated with you, share it with someone you care about because growth spreads through connection. I'll see you next time. Take care of yourself. Stay grounded. And as always, be safe.